Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Krusty back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my top 4 picks for the week when it comes to the foreign exchange market as to which trade setups that I want to take for the coming week, right? As you guys know, we are ending the month of January, beginning the new month of February. So this is going to be for that week, for January 30th all the way through February 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. February the 5th, right? So with that all being said and done, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel and would like to see more of this type of content, be sure to subscribe down below so that way you guys can see any and all future related videos to this one. And also, if you guys did get any value from this video, leave a thumbs up down below so that way I know this did help you out or not, whatever you choose to do. But let's get straight into the video. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start off with silver right now, where it is. And looking at where price is at right now, we are in a very much so bullish market from this point on. As you guys can see right now, we were in a bullish market right here. Price was creating new higher lows, higher highs, higher low. Price came back down. And then we started to get trapped in a little bit of some sort of a bearish momentum right here to the downside, break and retest, and price just literally melted to the downside. But starting from this point on, what do I see price doing right now? I see price creating the start to a new uptrend right here from this point on, because looking at where this point is at, we start over here and we create the high. Price comes back down, creates the higher low because price closed above these previous candlesticks, and then comes back up, breaks above these previous structural levels of resistance, and now comes back down. And I'm anticipating the higher low to then continue with price back up to the top side to potentially target overall these highs right here. Not only that, but if you look at where price is at right now, we are at a very strong level of support and resistance. Looking back at previous history, what do you see price doing? Wicking off of this general area right here. What do you see price doing here? Giving us a little bit of resistance. Price breaks above, gives us a little bit of a support above this general area right here, and so on and so forth, right? So what I want to do, where price is currently at now, is I want to take a long position when I get the chance, right? If I were to drop my Fibonacci tool from my swing high to my swing low point, we are right around our 78.6% extension. This is a very, very risky, aggressive buy setup. And the only thing that I'm going to be waiting for before I take this position is I want to see price give me a new higher low. So right now you can see price is potentially giving us some sort of an inverted head and shoulders. But ideally, I want to see price break above this general area right here, give us a fib extension entry point to then target these highs right here for our potential TP1, TP2, and then like I said, all the way target up there for a TP3. One of my first confluences right now is we did get this bullish engulfing candlestick, but we are in the middle of space right now, so it isn't the most optimal entry for me right now. So like I said, I want to see price break above, hold this structural level of support to then continue back up to the top side. And if price were to basically come back up here, our AEMA would follow through. It'd be retesting our AEMA. It'd be retesting our break and support structural level. It'd be making us a new higher low. And not only that, but we'd be getting our fib extension rejections as well. So all I'm waiting for is for price to just give me some sort of a new higher low on silver. I was about to say gold. That's basically the entire analysis for this one. It is a very, very aggressive setup to take. If you want to be a lot more passive, definitely waiting for price to break above this general area. Breaking above this general area right here, giving us a retest and then continue back along. But until then, we're just gonna have to wait and be patient, but definitely waiting for a break or retest and then continuation up above. But now let's look into gold. So gold is it's in a very interesting place right now, just because of the fact that price just melted from this point on. I did try to anticipate some buys right here. I did hit my TP1 and got my rest of my position and stopped out at break even. I literally saw this channel going right through here. Price broke above, gave us a retest, and we just got stopped out at break even. Some of us took our profits at TP1. But where gold is at right now, I really don't want to do too much with it, just because of the fact that, you know, it's kind of floating in space, as you could say. If I were to draw out like a 4-hour support resistance zone right here, you can see price is just in the middle of this. So ideally, I want to see price break above this structural level right here, because I still want to take buys on gold. I want to see price break above this daily level right here. And if you look back at previous history, this is exactly why I have it marked up, because there's very strong buying pressure from this point on, right? So price comes back down, retest, to then basically take price long back up to our weekly level of 1828. I'm not going to be taking buys or any positions at all until price breaks above this general area. But what if I want to go short? If I want to go short, ideally, I want to see price basically just come back up to our daily level and sell off from that point on, because if you look back at previous history, what do you see price do as soon as it taps this general area on our daily, right? Price literally taps it and melts, taps it and basically continues to melt, taps it, melts, and it's a so on. It basically just happens so often back over here. You can see whenever price is above, there's a strong buying pressure. When price is below, there is very strong selling pressure. So in terms of where price is at right now, I do not want to do anything at all with gold, just because of how risky of a position it'd be to take anything around this general area right here. So I'd go ahead and mark this off as a no trade zone until price basically gets up here, gives me a retest, and then continuation back down, and or break above, retest to continuation back up. So that's gold right now. I'm kind of like in the middle of both. I only want to really ideally take buys on that, but we'll see what happens within the future. Now, looking into GU is also in a very interesting point. I want to see price come back up to this general area here, because we'd be retesting previous structural level of support acting as a resistance. Notice how price on our daily time frame did close below our psychological level over here, and we continued on. We did get this wick fill right here, which basically shows me that we could have potentially missed this entry right here, but price can very easily come back up throughout Asian session, wick out a lot of individuals who got in for the early sell right here, and then continue on back down, because this candlestick formed very late New York session. And I know a handful of people would have probably taken the sell right here. So what the banks are going to do is they're going to come back up, stop everybody out of their positions right here, because I feel like a lot of individuals did take a sell right here. They put their stops right above this general area right here, and bet their targets are all the way down here. So what I'm waiting for personally is for price to literally stop everybody out. I want to take an entry all the way up here, stops up above this general area here, because price would be coming back up to my fib extension of my 50%, right? We still have a lot of room to basically give us a little bit of retracement, but overall, ideally, I want to see price get back up into this general area, give us a little bit of consolidation before we continue on with the melt. If price were to decide to melt from this point on, I want to see price break below the structural level of support, give me a retest to then continue back on with the momentum all the way to the downside of my 1.32500 psychological level. But until then, where price is at right now, this is also a no trade zone for me. I do not want to take any position within this general area, because I can see why price would go long with this general area, and I can also see why price would go short from this point on. So we're just going to stay away from that until we either get this potential setup right here, or we break past below, retest, and then continue on. Guys, remember, always plan your trade and trade your plan, and you're going to start losing a lot less trades, because obviously you already have it set. I'm only going to get into this position if this happens and that happens. If it doesn't happen, I won't get in, right? You're going to save yourself from a loss. It's better to miss a trade than to just take an unnecessary loss, right? So I already have my alert set, so whenever price gets up there. And now let's talk a little bit about GJ. So with GJ, I'm basically expecting the same thing. I want to see price come back up, because this is a candlestick that did form within the very late New York session. As a lot of you guys know, you guys could probably call this some sort of supply zone where price can come back up, wick fill, ICT, whatever you guys trade, can come back up into this general area right there. Some people can catch the shorts right here in the lower time frames. It would be a new structural lower high, stops above that general area, and then continue back onto the downside. But if not, I want to see prices continue back up to this general area right here, because if you look back at previous history, there is a strong level of support right here, strong level of support right here, and it hasn't quite tapped the area yet. So I feel like this is another type of situation where a lot of people can get faked out within this general zone, just because of the fact that they see this bearish engulfing candlestick right here, and you know, they just get into the position. Banks are gonna take them out throughout Asian session, and then it's gonna do its thing throughout London session. Right now, we haven't broken out of this trend line quite yet, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. If price were to continue on, it's literally just the same thing as GU. I'm going to wait for a break below this structural level of support. And if you look back at previous history, what do you see? Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. So price to basically break down below this general level of support, give me a retest, and then continuation back down to this general area right there. So if I were to take a position all the way down there, let's just say we get a retracement to here, we get a bearish engulfing candlestick, stops above that general area, and then we target these lows right here, we get us a good almost 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, which is something that I take in my books. So overall, literally all I'm waiting for right now is for some sort of retracements on every single pair. You know, I definitely want to be playing this week a lot more passively. I only took two trades this week that happen, and we absolutely slaughtered the markets. As you guys can see, I call out each and every single trade that I do take within my Learn and Earn group. I also drop breakdown videos as to why I took the positions, all the confluences and everything. We have our gold setup right here that I did call out, TP1 smash, all of that stuff. As you guys can see, UJ literally absolutely flew, making us, I think, like 8% within this trade alone. So if you guys want to get a part of the winning team bundle, definitely go down below into the description and you'll see what I mean in there. Once you guys join in, you guys have access to all of this stuff, all the breakdowns, all the signals and trades that I personally take, and all of that stuff. Alongside with that, if you guys want any free content, go ahead and join my Discord as well. We have a community of amazing traders in there to where you guys can actively engage with, chat with, all of that stuff. I'm always in there answering any and all questions that people ask me. But aside from that, hopefully you guys did enjoy this little breakdown video analysis. If you guys do have any questions below, drop it down below in the comments. Ask me any questions in my Discord, and if this video did help you out in any way, shape, or form, be sure to subscribe down below so that way you guys can see any and all future videos.